John Justice Show, live right now on the CW58.
Ward 2 Councilman Paul Cunningham's top aide, chief of staff, was arrested and charged for obstructing a highway. Councilman Paul Cunningham released a statement saying the chief of staff, Mary Catherine Bulger, Katie Bulger, used doing nothing with my fingers, poor judgment that night. Really? That's what we're calling cursing at TPD, and it's poor judgment. Mary Catherine Bulger stepped out in front of a police car while walking home on Speedway and Fifth Avenue on March 22nd. It was very dark. Police officer had to use an evasive maneuver to avoid hitting the pedestrian who was jaywalking across the street. Police reports show that Bulger refused to obey his commands and appeared to ball up her fists and get into a fighting position. She became verbally abusive, according to the police report. Pulled the "don't you know who I am" as well. I'm a member of Councilman Paul Cunningham's chief of staff. The police report says that Mary Catherine Bulger's speech was slurry, eyes were bloodshot, and they could smell intoxicants on her breath. She became verbally abusive, refused to sign this citation, was actually arrested. So far, she has not issued an apology yet, and Paul Cunningham seems to be the only one making excuses. So far, it's been poor judgment. I do have in front of me a brand new list. We have Paul Cunningham's top excuses. His chief of staff was jaywalking drunk and cursed at TPD. We ready? Coming in at number 10, she was still distraught over not being invited to last year's San Diego Treo trip with Paul.
Do you know who I am? I'm Councilmember Cunningham's chief of staff.
Number 9, she had just left the Mint and was dealing with G-string overload.
You motherfucker. You.
Coming in at number 7 on Paul Cunningham's top excuses, his chief of staff was jaywalking drunk and cursed at TPD. She was heading for Paul's AA meeting but got lost because there were no streetlights.
Do you know who I am?
Number 6, she was stupid drunk.
Do you know who I am?
Number 5 on the top 10 excuses Paul Cunningham has for his chief of staff jaywalking drunk and cursing at TPD. Well, you know she used to work for Rodney Glassman, and she likes turtles.
I like turtles.
And tequila. Number 4, Paul won't let her drive a car for the environment, and her 10-speed had a flat.
Do you know who I am? I'm Councilmember Cunningham's chief of staff.
Number 3 on the top 10 excuses that Paul Cunningham is giving for his chief of staff jaywalking drunk and cursing at TPD. She'd been out jogging with Steve K, but sadly couldn't keep up.
You motherfucker. You.
Someone had to do something to take the media's attention off of Paul's stupid plastic bag ordinance.
Do you know who I am?
And number 1 on Paul Cunningham's top 10 excuses his chief of staff was jaywalking drunk and cursed at TPD. Don't you know who I am?
Do you know who I am?
I like turtles.
Wouldn't be so sad if it wasn't so true. 751-1041. All right, let's go to the phones, and we'll talk with Dave. Good morning, Dave. Welcome to 1041 The Truth. Thanks for holding on.
Well, good morning, John. Dave calling because you made the point just a moment ago about the media. It just happened on the news from downstairs. I don't know Terry Proud, but it was interesting because the Terry Proud incident was just reported that she absolutely said these things, where she's alleging she did not. They didn't use the word alleged or reportedly said these things. Martha McSally's fight was about the fact that she absolutely said these things. No, allegedly, not reportedly, not if she said these things, but she absolutely did say them, and Terry Proud says she didn't. So it's interesting how the media works even right now.
So this is just now.
Downstairs from Kagan. Well, during the last break, John. It goes on and on and on and on.
Oh. You've been in this community a long time, Dave. What in the world's going on?
We just accepted it.
Is that what it is?
We've lost our ability to battle temporarily. I just think everybody's taking some time off. I mean, we just don't care. We don't care about streets that don't work. We don't care about, it's just amazing.
Good to hear from you, sir. We'll talk to you again tomorrow.
All right, sir. Thank you. Bye-bye.
751-1041 is the phone number. Is that really what it is? We just don't care.
You motherfucker. Do you know who I am? I'm Councilmember Cunningham's chief of staff. You.
So close. It's just like right there. Everybody cringe. Everybody just cringes in studio.
You motherfucker. Do you know?
For those watching on the CW58 and cable channel 8, come on over to 104.1 FM as the John Justice Show continues. It's 9 o'clock on 104.1 The Truth.